Okay, this is Terry Wagar. Date day is October 17th, 2015. There's a person mimicking me. There's a person mimicking me over there. He's dressed just like me. He's wearing a black jacket. He's got blue pants on. I have a black jacket, and I got blue pants, and I got my suitcase right there. And these sting ops over there, they got a suitcase. They're pulling around a suitcase, and they've got a backpack, just like I do. He's got a black coat. He's got blue pants. Right over there, that guy that's in blue, he was standing over there at the bus stop over here, and then he walked over towards him. Now they're talking, and the two of them are looking over at me, and they're talking to one another, but they're looking over at me. That guy in black, he has a backpack, and he's got a suitcase he's lugging around. And he's dressed just like me. I have a black coat on. I got blue pants on, and I have a suitcase. Now the reason I'm pointing this out is because the Multnomah County Sheriff's and the Portland Police Department have a history of mimicking me and using doubles to impersonate me. They'll have people dress up just like me. And I hope you notice that, the two people that are talking to the dude that's a double, they were at this bus stop that was right there. And then those two people walked over to him, and now they're talking to him. They're probably doing a drug deal for video surveillance, and they want to make me, they're probably trying to make me look like a bad guy. Because they're using a fucking double. The dude that's on the far right that's wearing a black coat, he's a fucking look-alike. He's got a backpack similar to mine, he's dressed similar to me, and he's packing a suitcase. Similar to a suitcase that I have. I usually wear a black coat, and I usually have black pants on. I currently have blue sweatpants on right now, and then my suitcase is black. Well, ever since I became homeless, the Portland Police, Multnomah County Sheriffs have been having their sting ops dress up like me, and they frequent the area in which I happen to be at, and then they'll stage crimes and or act like criminals. Now, I'm going to keep recording. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do, because I know damn well that the Portland Police, Multnomah County Sheriffs have been mimicking me using doubles. Ever since my ex-wife, Joan Wagar, got a job at the Multnomah County Kitchen, she was having sexual relations with people in law enforcement. And the people that she was sleeping around with decided they were going to get rid of me by framing me as a pedo. And they were accomplishing this by using sting tactics, by taking over the surrounding apartments, surrounding my apartment, in order to gain control of the surrounding area. And then they immediately, and I mean fucking immediately, brought in a double. They immediately brought in a look-alike. And they had that person tailor his appearance so that he could resemble me more. The son of a bitch grew a mustache, because back then I had a mustache. So the double they brought in grew a mustache. And he was dressing up just like me, and they had him specifically targeting my parents. At the same time, the county sheriffs had the double targeting my parents. It's the same time the Multnomah County Sheriffs had the Dunham family targeting my children. Now, the Dunham family and the Multnomah County Sheriff, the Dunham family, they're relatives to people in the county sheriffs. They're lifetime sting ops for the Multnomah County fucking sheriffs. The Dunham family is lifetime sting ops for the Multnomah County fucking sheriffs. And they have a history of using doubles and photogenic photos to frame people. And they have a history of poisoning off people. And they have a history of targeting children. Because they targeted me in the 70s when I was a kid. Well, gee, in the year 2000, here's my wife having sexual relations with people in law enforcement, and me and my entire family get targeted by a sting. And they brought in, what did the county sheriffs do? They brought in the Dunham family. They already have a history of targeting me and my family back in the 70s. So at the same time they got the Dunham family targeting my kids, is the same time they got a double targeting my parents. So it's the Multnomah County Sheriff's signature move to bring in a fucking double. Anytime they target somebody, they'll have one of their officers or one of their civilian operatives. They'll pick somebody from their fucking ranks, in other words, that most closely resembles their target, and then they just mimic their fucking target. Sting operations follow people everywhere they go. Why do sting operations follow people everywhere they go? Because they're using a fucking double, and they're mimicking the people that they're targeting. They're literally mimicking the people that they target. They mimic the people they fucking target. They'll dress up just like their target. They'll frequent the areas their target happens to frequent. Well, they'll be dressed up just like their target, and then they stage, and then they commit crimes, and then they give their target the blame. There's another double, dressed just like me. I'm usually wearing black pants, not blue pants, and this person is. Oh, Terry dresses all in black, so let's have our sting ops dress up in black, and we'll frequent the areas Terry goes to. Oh, that's what. This is so Multnomah. This so reeks and stinks of Multnomah County sheriffs. It's fucking ridiculous. Now those two dudes that are standing over there, which is kind of hard to see because of the bus stop is in a way, they were across the street standing at that bus stop, that blue pole across the street right there on the other side of the street because they were waiting for the bus. Well, when that double crossed the street and he was dressed just like me and he had a backpack like mine, and he had a suitcase just like mine, those two sting ops that were standing at the fucking bus stop over there, they walked over there and talked to him. He doesn't appear to be with those two guys anymore. I don't see where he took off. He must have went down a fucking side street. But they're fucking mimicking me. They'll have some dude dressed just like me. There's another one. Way the fuck down there. They dress up just like me. They'll use a fucking cane. Just like I have a cane. They'll use a suitcase just like I have a fucking suitcase. And they'll wear a backpack just like I have a backpack. And they just mimic me in the areas that I happen to frequent. Now those two dudes that are across the street, they're no longer standing at that fucking bus stop. They're no longer acting like they're waiting for the bus. They're now hanging out in front of a building that's, like probably, oh gee, they're going inside a building now. Oh, no more pretending to be people waiting at the bus, huh? Okay, those people just went into that gray building. It's right next to the blue building there. They went into that gray building. I'm going to have to assume that's where the double went to. when they went inside that building. Gee, those two people, when I first started recording, those two people that were at that bus stop on the other side of the street, they were pretending to wait for the bus. They're not doing that anymore. They're walking off now. They're taking off. Fucking sting-offs, man. Sting-offs stand out like sore thumbs because they don't fucking act like normal people. A normal person standing at a bus stop is actually waiting for a bus. A sting-off that's standing at a bus stop is acting as a fucking lookout while the double stages crimes. And then the sting-off that's acting as the lookout will warn the double. The sting-offs will warn the double. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. They don't even hide it. They don't even fucking hide it. They don't even hide it at all. Gee, why did the double sneak away into that building? Could he be changing his clothes because he's trying? Because Terry found out that they're using a double to mimic him, so he's going to duck into a building and change his clothes, while the two sting-offs that are acting as lookouts, warning him, and they're hanging out in front of that building, giving the double the chance to change his clothes. I swear to God, I swear to God, it's a signature move by the Multnomah County Sheriff. Fucking use doubles. They have so goddamn many people that lie for law enforcement. They have so many civilian relatives and buddies that will back up bullshit for law enforcement that they'll just stage and commit all the crimes themselves using doubles. And then they just give their target the blame. Okay, now the two sting-ops that warned the double, they're heading back to the bus stop. They're going to pretend that they're waiting for the bus stop again. After they left the bus stop for like 15, 20 minutes, they're going to go back to the bus stop and pretend they're waiting for the bus again. Well, guess not. I guess they're just going to keep on walking. They did their job. They warned the double that I noticed him. They helped the double to get away. They acted as a blockade to block me from getting decent video of the double. And after the double got away, well, then the sting-offs that are acting as lookouts that are hanging out at that bus stop across the street, they're now just walking off. They're just walking away. There they go. They're no longer interested in bus stops any longer. They did their job as lookouts, so now they're leaving. You stand out like sore thumbs, sting-off. Why don't you actually wait at a bus stop and get on a bus for a change, like a normal person would? If you're going to stand at a bus stop for 10 minutes, well then, and pretend to be a normal person, well, then you damn well better be getting on that bus. If you're going to stand there for 10 minutes just to act as a lookout for the double that's mimicking me and following me and impersonating me, and warn the son of a bitch when I catch him in the act, I think he just came out of that building. The double just came out of that building. Yeah, he has a suitcase. He's got a backpack. Gee, what building is that they're going into? Let's see. Let's find out the name of that building. They're in that gray building that's next to the blue building there. Let's find out what's the name of that building. Shango. Oh, they sell cannabis there. Oh, I see. Oh, no wonder they're fucking using doubles. No fucking wonder. I see why they're using doubles. They got a look-alike, some dude dressed up like me going into an establishment where they sell cannabis. Well, surprises of surprises. Surprises of surprises. The Multnomah County fucking pedophile sheriffs will pay their fucking sting ops to act as doubles to mimic me, and then they have the doubles go into places that sell cannabis. What a surprise! What a shocker! Multnomah County sheriffs and the Portland Police Department have been doing this shit to people for decades. It's how they make innocent people look like bad guys. It's how the Multnomah County sheriffs and the Portland Police Department, how they take innocent people and frame innocent people and make innocent people look like bad guys. Gee, they could frame me for anything if they're going to fucking mimic me by using doubles. Now that's an operation of a minimum of 3 people right there. One person mimicking me, acting as the double, and then the other 2 are standing at that bus stop as lookouts. And they warned the double when I powered up my cell phone and tried to get that double on video. That's when the 2 sting ops that were at that bus stop walked away from that bus stop and went over to talk to the double and were warning him that I'm trying to catch him on video. So that double ducked into that building, which obviously they're selling cannabis in that building. So the Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department are paying sting ops to mimic me and to act like criminals and to act like they're drug addicts so that they can cover my ex-wife's ass because she's a poisoner. They're trying to frame me as a drug addict in order to hide the fact that Joan Wagar's a fucking poisoner and a whore for the Multnomah County Sheriffs and Portland Police. Who the fuck do you think Joan Wagar got permission to be a poisoner from? She got permission from the Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department. How typical Multnomah County Sheriffs that you'll have a double following me around. I just came from Fred Meyer's over there. I came over here because I'd being harassed by sting ops that were over there at the benches in front of Fred Meyer's. So I came over here because I'd being harassed, and I noticed over there a dude that's dressed just like me came from the direction of Fred Meyer's. After I came over here, this dude that was dressed like me came from Fred Meyer's, and he's crossing over to the street over there and heading over there, and he starts heading towards that building where apparently they sell cannabis there. And the 2 sting ops that are standing at that bus stop on the other side of the street, right in front of that blue building, there's a blue pole. Right in front of that blue building, and that's a bus stop. And those 2 sting ops were standing there waiting. And when I powered up my cell phone and started to record with it, the moment I started to record with it, that's the moment the 2 sting ops that were standing at that bus stop started walking towards the double who was over in front of that gray, not even in front of that gray building. He was in front of the building that's on the other side of the gray building. And that's when those 2 sting ops walked over there and warned him that I'm trying to get him on video. So those 2 sting ops acted as shields to prevent me from getting decent video of this double, and warned the double that I'm aware of his presence and aware of the fact he's mimicking my actions. I walk away from Fred Meyer's, he walks away from Fred Meyer's. I sit over here near a bus stop having a cigarette and having a cup of coffee that I bought at Fred Meyer's. And then the fucking double leaves Fred Meyer's and heads over there with the intent of going into a cannabis store. And they have the sting ops right there at the bus stop, acting as fucking lookout. Multnomah County Sheriff's and Portland Police Department do this shit to people all the fucking time. Anytime the Multnomah County Sheriff's and Portland Police Department vilify somebody on the news media always allows the Multnomah County Sheriff's and Portland Police Department to say whatever the fuck they want about people, and the people that they falsely accuse are never afforded the opportunity to defend themselves or to give their side of the story. This is the reason why the Multnomah County Sheriff's and the Portland Police Department focus very heavily on the use of doubles, because they can very easily make their target look like a bad guy if their target has no voice and is not given the public opportunity to deny the allegations against them or to defend themselves, because news media will not allow people that law enforcement accuses of crimes. News media will not allow those people to have a voice. So there's no way to defend against their bullshit. So the Multnomah County Sheriff's and Portland Police, they can mimic me in any area I go to. They can stage a fucking crime using a fucking double, and they'll do it for photogenic photo purposes and for fuzzy at-distance video surveillance footage. And then they'll just give me the blame over the news media. And then the news media will just portray their bullshit as facts and will simply not allow me the opportunity to deny their fucking bullshit. Multnomah County fucking sheriffs use these same tactics to frame people as pedophiles. The Multnomah County sheriffs use these same tactics to frame people for rapes and murders. And each and every time they do this type of shit, they always use their civilian buddies and their civilian relatives and their civilian girlfriends to back up the bullshit complaints on the innocent people that the Multnomah County sheriffs and Portland police frame. They're organized. They're extremely organized. And they'll stage and commit 20, 30, 40 fucking crimes using doubles just so they can pin one fucking crime on their target and to give the illusion of the target having a history of complaints against them when in fact there is no complaint. The only actual complaints there are the complaints backed by the anonymous civilian sting ops that work for law enforcement. In other words, law enforcement's relatives and law enforcement's girlfriends, those type of people. It's those type of people that back up the false complaints on people that law enforcement target. I mean, I could completely change. I could buy new clothes. I could buy an all-new suitcase. Won't matter. I could buy a completely different colored coat. It won't matter, because the moment I change my wardrobe, the sting ops themselves will change their wardrobe and mimic me. All this mimicking is for the purpose of photogenic photos and for video surveillance purposes. It's how they make their targets look like bad guys. Fuck you. Go cover some more cops' asses like you all usually do. Fucking fascist ass government.